How goes it, guys? Dadbot Operator back again with another all-purpose rifle showdown. The premise of these, as always, is pretty simple. You can only grab one of these two rifles as your all-purpose, do-everything rifle from now until the end of your days. Which one you grab? Today's contestants, the CZ Bren 2MS and the Defense DDM4V7. I'm going to do a quick top-to-bottom breakdown of each of these two rifles, and at the end in the comments below, put your choice for which rifle you would grab as your go-to do-everything rifle from now until the end of your days. Now, I can already hear some of you guys in the comments saying Palmetto State Armory or BCM, or my favorite is neither. And those are all great comments and thank you for them. But for the purposes of this particular video, you can only have access to these two rifles, and somebody else is picking one and they're giving you first dibs. Which one you grabbing? Let's get started. Up first, the CZ Bren 2MS, chambered in 5.56. Awesome little rifle here, guys. 16.5-inch cold hammer forged, chrome lined barrel with an interesting muzzle brake up here, single port with some little compensators to help offset that recoil. Materials for CZ are somewhat of a mystery in most instances that I've found because they don't like to tell you what they're made of. So I'm hoping that for the price that they're charging for this, that barrel is at least $41.50, but can't really tell you. If you happen to know, please tell me in the comments below. Operating system on this is a short stroke piston operating system with a 3-position adjustable gas block on here, which for a do-all rifle is great because suppressors are a thing. Coming on down here, we have a 10.5-inch handguard of aluminum origin. Exactly what type, I'm not sure. But you can see here, M-LOK compatible, slots all the way around on this with a nice little BCM hand stop and a QD attachment already attached for you. 1913 Picatinny rail up top here for your Magpul backup iron sights, and also housing the SIG Romeo 7 dot in this current setup. QD attachment on here, kind of in Comp M4 type of clone, which is great because those are fantastic optics. And this has a couple of night vision slots built in, and again, for an end of days do-all rifle, battlefield pickups are a thing, and if you don't have nods, you might find yourself with them at some point in time, and that optic will help make sure that you are up to date. Upper on this is, again, of an aluminum persuasion. The lower on here is a carbon fiber infused polymer, as well as your stock. And people have a problem with polymer lowers unless they're spending $4 grand on an FN Scar, and then it seems to be okay for them. In this case, the polymer does seem to be of high quality, and it does help with weight on this because this guy is 7.3 pounds as currently constituted. So if you were to put metal lower and stock on here, you'd probably be closer to 8 or 9 pounds, and whoo, who wants that? So your stock in here has a 3-position adjustable stock. Lower on here is completely ambidextrous. You can see lower safety selector there. Mag release is on this side. Bolt catch and release. And then to make your bolt catch and release fully ambi, they've placed your catch and release inside the trigger guard, which for somebody brought up on the 4 rules of firearm safety is just screaming violation to me. But I guess you can train your way through it if you are so inclined. And I am. So that's what we're going to do. On this, you have a charging handle built in on the side there, which is removable and changeable to the other side. Non-reciprocating. Took FN a while to learn that. But this one came standard with that to begin with. The coolest part to me in this is that this trigger is phenomenal. 2 positions, 2 stage. About 2 millimeters of uptake, and then just clean and crisp, super nice. And the coolest part to me, once you fired your shot, pop her back on safe. Try doing that with your AR. Let me know how that works for you. In a do-everything scenario, this CZ Bren 2 definitely fits the bill. Let's see the competition. And the competition is fierce today with the Defense DDM4V7, chambered in 5.56. Regardless of your feelings about the company and the owner and everything else that's been going on with their feelings on the ATF, they still make absolutely spectacular rifles, and don't at me on it because that's just the truth. They make some of the best rifles on the planet, and politics aside, it's kind of hard to say otherwise. 16-inch cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel made of 4150 steel. Standard A2 flash hider on here, some Defiance backup iron sights, about the cheapest guys on the planet. Direct impingement operating system is super reliable, but not adjustable. And again, for what you pay for Daniel Defense rifles, there are some upgrades that I wish they came with, that they are starting to address with some of their newer rifles, but that's not here nor there. This rifle comes with a 15-inch MFR handguard, 4 different locking bolts on there to help keep it nice and sturdy. Some QD attachment points on here, but the interesting thing, to save weight, they all don't work, is basically the way that is. You have to make this little insert and move it to wherever you want it to go so that you have the ability to actually utilize that QD slot. They realized if they put those on each of these slots, it would add a significant amount of weight, and weight savings was super important to these guys, and you can tell because this guy is very light. M-lock slots all the way around here. You got your nice little Daniel Defense grip at the front there, which they have all the way out to the end for some reason, because they must build these for giants. I moved mine back to a more manageable length, and it has been working for me ever since. Picatinny rail up at the top here, and we have another point of contention in the comments. The Holosun 403C. Now, say what you will about Holosuns. Are they Chinese? Yes. Are they fairly cheap? Yes. Are they quite robust? Yeah. Are they pretty great? Yeah. The battery life in this guy is like 50,000 hours, and if the battery dies and you still have sunlight, that solar panel at the top means you still have a dot. So, again, like, it's really hard to say that that is a crappy dot whenever everything that I have ever used these on has been nothing but flawless. So, if you don't like them, I get it, but that's not my opinion. The lower on here is 7075 T6 aluminum, as is the upper. Again, premium parts all around on this. Cerakote is a nice mil-spec plus. Fit and finish on this is absolutely phenomenal. This was one of the models before the new Riz 3 ones, so it is not fully ambi. It is only ambi on the one side, excuse me, it's only functional for the one side here, but you do have a fully ambi safety selector and grip and rip charging handle. 6-position adjustable stock on here as well. Fit and finish on these is of Daniel Defense quality. I mean, it's what you would expect if you're paying top-end price for a top-end AR. The only problem with that is that their triggers are garbage. They are mil-spec and nothing but mil-spec. And again, where you're using snap caps here, guys, so please don't freak out. I upgraded this to a Geisley SSAE 2-stage trigger, about 1.5 millimeters of uptake. Just the cleanest and crisp, most crisp of breaks. And then the reset, about 1 millimeter. It's almost nothing. 6 pounds all in, and as a rifle that you're going to keep from now until the end of your days, you may not think the weight is a huge deal, but ounces equal pounds, and there are not many pounds on this Daniel Defense DDM4V7. That's the breakdown, guys. You've got one of these two choices from now until the end of your days. Which of these two rifles you grabbing? CZ Bren 2MS or the Daniel Defense DDM4V7? Put your choice in the comments below and let's get a conversation going. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. To all of my current subscribers, thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate everything you've done for the channel. We have grown leaps and bounds here recently. For all my first-time viewers and hopefully new subscribers, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it, and we hope you find the channel to be educational and fun. As a member of the new Dad Bod Squad, I would like to say, beers in the fridge. We'll see you next time.